Here's the thing that kills most dropshipping stores before they ever make a sale, and it's got nothing to do with your product. It's payments. You launch, the orders start trickling in, and then Stripe freezes your money for 90 days, or PayPal slaps a reserve on your account because you're processing as some random individual in a country they don't fully trust. I've watched people lose 4 figures and held funds over this. The fix is a US LLC, and it's cheaper and faster than you think. But there's one fee nobody mentions until you've already signed up, and it can cost you $800 a year if you pick the wrong state. I'll name it before we're done. Stick around for that part. So let me walk you through the whole thing, start to finish, the way I'd set it up if I were doing it again today. First, let's kill the biggest myth. You do not need to be American, you do not need a US visa, and you do not need to live in the States to own a US LLC. I want that to land, because most people scroll right past US payment processing assuming the door is locked. It isn't. A non-resident can fully own a US LLC, get a real US bank account, and run Stripe and PayPal as a domestic American merchant. That last part is the whole game. Domestic merchant means better approval rates on cards, lower cross-border fees, and far fewer random holds. You stop looking suspicious to the payment networks and your money actually moves. And if you are American, this is even simpler because half these steps are already done for you. Either way, the path is the same. Let me give it to you in order. Step 1 is choosing your state, and this is where people overthink it, for we stop. If you live in the US, just form your LLC in the state where you actually live. Forming in Delaware to feel fancy when you live in Ohio means you now register in both and pay fees twice. Don't do that. If you're outside the US, you've got 2 real answers: Wyoming or New Mexico. Wyoming is the popular pick. No state income tax, strong privacy, and the filing fee is $100 with a $60 annual report after that. New Mexico is the cheap one, $50 to file and no annual report at all, but it's a little less recognized by some banks. For a clean dropshipping setup, I tell people Wyoming. It's the one banks and Stripe see all day long, so you get fewer questions. Now here's that fee I promised I'd name, and it's the one that bites non-residents specifically. Some formation services in some states quietly hand you a registered agent bill of $100 to $300 a year, and a few states like California tack on an $800 minimum franchise tax every single year, whether you made $1 or not. $800. That's why you do not form your dropshipping LLC in California if you have any choice. Wyoming, and you've sidestepped the whole thing. Step 2 is actually forming the company, and you've got 2 ways to do it. You can file directly with the state yourself through their website, or you can have a service do the paperwork and act as your registered agent so your home address stays off the public record. For a dropshipping store where you really don't want your personal address searchable by every customer and competitor, having a registered agent do this is worth it. One service I always recommend for this is Northwest Registered Agent. They keep your information private, handle all the paperwork, and their support is genuinely some of the best in the industry. Link in the description. What you'll get back from this step is your articles of organization, which is just the official document that says your LLC exists. Keep that file. Your bank's going to ask for it. Step 3 is your EIN, your employer identification number. Think of it as a social security number for your business. You need it for everything: the bank account, Stripe, PayPal, taxes, all of it. If you have a US Social Security number, you go to the IRS website, fill out the online application, and you get your EIN instantly, free. It takes about 10 minutes and it costs nothing, so do not pay some random site $200 for this. If you're a non-resident with no social, the online tool won't work for you, so you fax or mail a form called the SS4 to the IRS. Faxing is faster. You're looking at anywhere from 1 to 4 weeks to get the number back. It tests your patience, but it's free, and a good formation service will handle the SS4 for you, so you're not deciphering IRS instructions at midnight. Step 4, and this is where it all pays off: the bank account and the payment stack. Never ever run business money through your personal account. The second you mix the two, you've handed the lawyer the keys to pierce that liability protection you set the LLC up for in the first place. Keep it separate from day one. For non-residents, you can open a US business account online with Mercury or Wise without flying to America, as long as you've got your LLC documents and your EIN ready. Once the bank's open, you connect Stripe and PayPal under the business, and now you're processing as a US company. This is exactly the thing that stops those 90-day holds I opened with. The payment networks see a registered US business with a real US bank behind it, and they relax. One more piece if you're a non-resident, an EIN, which is a taxpayer ID for people without a social. You don't need it to start, but it makes some bank and Stripe verifications smoother down the line, so file for it once you're up and running. So here's your whole checklist. Pick Wyoming if you're abroad, your home state if you're not. Form the LLC with a registered agent so your address stays private. Get your EIN for free from the IRS. Open a Mercury or Wise account and plug in Stripe and PayPal. That's a real US business, and that's the exact setup that keeps your money from getting frozen. And that's it. Northwest takes it from there. If you want to get your LLC done today, the easy way, click the link in the description. If this saved you from the California $800 mistake or from losing a payout to a Stripe hold, do me a favor and hit like so it reaches the next person about to mess this up. I've got more videos coming on the tax side, how non-residents actually file, all of it. And drop your state in the comments or tell me where in the world you're setting up from and I'll point you to the right move.